Good evening, everyone. We are back with another video, and in this one, we will dive in deep, but we will dive in deep on the latest on Serginho Dest, on what United are planning with the defender right now. They need a right back. They have always needed one, and since the Dest situation at Barcelona has been pretty unfavorable. He doesn't know if he's ever going to get a start or proper gaming time or proper playing time. We don't know about any of that right now, but what we do know is United are prepared to launch a bid for Serginho Dest, and for it is not very easy, but it is not very difficult as well. The deal has to be uh, of course it has to prefer both the parties. That is how it works, but the deal can go through two ways. One is that just buy him, right? But the problem here right now is, even if Barcelona wanted to offload him, there was a problem that we have to sell players, right? We have to sell players in order to get him. So the plan right now is, if Dest comes in, we will sell Aaron Van Bissaka. There are clubs like West Ham and Crystal Palace who are completely interested. They will not pay, of course, 15 million for the defender. I think anywhere from 10 to 20 million will be an offer coming in from either Crystal Palace or West Ham. I don't know exactly how much the bid will be, but the last time I think West Ham inquired about Crystal Palace inquired about Aaron Van Bissaka was around, that was is somewhere in between 10 to 20 million. That happened, I think, a month back from now. So if we actually go for a bid for Dest, who again is a connection of Eric Ten Hag because of his time at Ajax, and both of them you know have had playing times together. They've played together, right? He has managed Dest in the past, so most of the signing that we're doing right now has something or the other to do with Netherlands or Eric Ten Hag. So that is what we are preferring in this entire transfer window. Malacia, Martinez, Anthony, um, and now Dest, right? So everything has a connection with either Dutch uh, football or directly influence of Ten Hag, which again raises the question of our own fucking scouting system of Man United, which I think has become non-existent. We rarely scout players uh, from different areas. I think we did scout Julian Alvarez, but City got him. And Julian Alvarez, if he would have come to Man United, we would have, again, the second part of the discussion will be about the striker problem that we have, or now that we are overwhelmed, or I don't know what exactly is the situation, but we'll discuss it after this pretty soon. But so if Alvarez was scouted by Man United, and then Man City joined in the race, and they went ahead and signed him, which is great. He deserves to play at a good club, and he's playing. That is Julian Alvarez. I find him really nice. Like as a striker, he's pretty dope. I saw his performance for his previous club, and he was actually pretty interesting. Like the way he uh, controls the ball, the way he's finishing is actually top notch, at least for his previous league. But he's in the Premier League now. Of course, he's in the big playing ground, so things will change. But I'm pretty sure he can adapt with proper game time. And I think this season, every player on the squad list for every team will get a lot of gaming time, a lot of play time. I'm literally like, this is an open secret. You will not be benched for the entire season because there's so many games, so close up, like so congested, the entire scheduling. And also in England we play one extra cup, so people will be uh, you know um, expected to play. All the players, like even for us, Harry Maguire will get game time. It's not like he'll be permanently benched. There is Carabao Cup, there is FA Cup, there is Europa League, there's Premier League. So there will be game time, right? For everyone, people need to be rested. People need to be uh, kept fresh for certain big games. So that will happen. That will happen, and same for Julian Alvarez, who will, I think, will get a lot of game time sooner rather than, I mean, he'll get it some point of time. Uh, so we need to work on our scouting system, that's for sure. Because everything that we are scouting is currently linked with our manager, which should not be the case. The scout system has to come up with players and then influence the manager and ask him to look at this player, and like how a basic system works. Like, there's no need to explain this thing. So that is all about Dest. uh, Man United are preparing for the bid. This was confirmed by Sky Sports and also a few other reporters here and there. We are going in for him, um, or at least thinking about making a bid. So the bid will only work if we get to offload players like, when Bisaka. So that being said, the second problem that we have right now is the attacking problem. Is Ronaldo going to leave? Is he getting a proper destination where he actually wants to play, and he's offered a contract, a place where he's offered a contract? Two options right now, which are at the top of the list, except for Man United, of course, because he's already here, is Atletico Madrid and Napoli, right? So there is a pretty unreal deal that is being going around, that we are going to, going for a swap deal for Osimhen, and we will give them Ronaldo and they'll give us Osimhen. Of course, we'll pay them huge sum. I don't think that's going to happen in this transfer window because, uh, as was reported, like, I don't think the Glazers will spend any more money on high-profile players or high-profile signings. Marquee signings, as you say, that will not happen. So I think Napoli will not be the case unless they, pay some, at least 20 million for Ronaldo, which I don't think anyone will want to spend that much on Ronaldo, because he's just like couple of years of top tier football left in him, maybe more. But of course, I want him to play for eternity. That's not going to happen. That's not reality, right? So Napoli is still on, but I don't know what exactly the deal that they can strike. I think the only deal that they can strike is, straight up cash for Ronaldo, or because Victor Osimhen is not going to happen. At least in this window, it's not going to happen. The second part is Atletico Madrid. They have a problem right now with Griezmann. The problem with Griezmann is, if he plays any game more than 32 minutes, this is being reported by Sky Sports, by the way. If he plays any game more than 32 minutes, they have to pay Barcelona a sum of 40 million euros, which is a lot. It's on the contract. He's still on loan, and it's some kind of a weird contract. I think both the clubs are talking so that they come to some middle grounds on how to use the player better, how to, not burn holes in Atletico Madrid's pockets. So if the problem continues or stays and there is no solution to the Griezmann problem, then maybe Ronaldo can be an option for Atletico Madrid, because they have a thing for, aging players, right? Because they got in Suarez last time. He won them the league, not single-handedly, but he contributed a lot. So they might as well try same thing with Ronaldo, and they have proper players to feed Ronaldo, and the Spanish league suits him as well. So does any league in the world, but he's already been there in Spain for the longest, so he doesn't have to settle down in a different league, like if he had to go to Germany or something. So maybe that league will work out well for him if that happens. So the problem that they have is basically with Griezmann. So if the Griezmann situation doesn't get sorted, then they might consider Ronaldo, but the time frame is pretty less. They have to do everything quick. I think we only have time till, 3 more days left for this window, 2.5 to 3 more days left. So any movement that has to occur really quick. And now, even if Ronaldo goes or if he stays, we'll have a lot of options, also problems in the striker. We have in the striking position, right? Like for the center forward, we still don't have a center forward. We don't have someone who's out and out, just there to score goals, as a poacher or as a proper striker. as a proper number 9. So I don't think Ronaldo leaving will solve anything. Maybe it will cause more problems because we don't have a number 9. If Rashford plays there, then we aren't guaranteed goals that we should be after all these signings, because we've seen it in the past that for an out and out goal scorer, Rashford isn't it, right? Sancho, Anthony, Rashford, and Ronaldo can still be a decent pairing. I don't consider, I can rate Elanga over there as well, but again, you can't really compare the levels of every other player and then Elanga, right? And Martial is always injured, so I don't want to consider him right now. I don't know when he'll be back, or he'll be back fully fit or not. Of course, he'll be back at some point of time, and he has a history of getting injured. So the only things that are worrying right now is the problem with the striker. We can still do with a right back like Dalot, but then again, the game time is the problem because we'll have so many games and players will wear out. We will need backup at certain point of time. So rotation is really important as well. And that being said, problems with the strikers will remain because at the end of the day, goals will win you games. If you score more than what the opposition is scoring, you will go ahead and win the game. So we will need a proper striker. If not now, maybe mid-season or next season, we will need that. So I hope the board works on it, and the pressure remains on the board to deliver players to the manager because he's starting to find his feet, and as a whole, we should stick by him and follow his ideologies and see how far he can take the club. Again, that being said, still not and will never be okay with the Glazers. So Glazers out for the longest, and I will stick by that because this window has again been very dramatic, very extensive, very expensive. This should not have been the case if we were competent enough. We were pretty laid back, lazy, and till the point we got the board was thrown under pressure when Sir Jim Ratcliffe wanted to buy this club, and whenever the board is thrown under dire straits, only then they start, you know, bucking up and then working towards getting players or helping the club in some way or the other. Otherwise, there is no sign of competence. So, yeah, uh, I cannot see a way where the club will directly go ahead and do it because they care for the club. That is not going to happen. They just see it as a business perspective. The only growth that they will see is monetary. So this is not how a football club should be run. If the ideologies and the philosophies of the club and the manager and everyone and all the players are on the same page, I feel that is when a club will grow, and then the owners will have to be on the same synergy level as well. So, which is for the longest has never been on that level. We have always been somewhere else. The owners have been somewhere else. There is no synergy for the longest, and that has been a very big problem. Uh, Firstly, and hopefully the things will be better. So I don't think so that will be better with the Glazers. The owner should go out again. That's off the pitch. That will remain off the pitch. And on the pitch, Anthony is in. We'll have Anthony. I don't think he'll feature against Leicester. He did pass his medical, but he will not come in and feature against Leicester. Maybe we'll have him for the Arsenal game, and we'll see where we can go from there. Anthony will be on the pitch and he'll be a regular starter, but the problem right now is who will he feed the ball to? Who will be there on top? Will it be Rashford as the main number 9, or Ronaldo will come in and take that position, or will there be a twist in the tail and we'll get someone, or how does it work if Ronaldo will stay or not? But I hope he stays. I hope we can help him get some more personal accolades, some more trophies, and I hope he does well for the club as well if he stays. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have stayed this long, please consider subscribing, liking, maybe comment for better reach and any improvements that you think is possible for this video or and the videos to come later. So we'll see you in the next one.